Hi everyone, welcome to this chat session to learn more about being a strategic communications executive at NYSI. Today with us we have Zheng Yu. Before we begin, Zheng Yu, could you briefly introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Zheng Yu. I'm 27 this year, and I'm a strategic communications executive at NYSI. So back in university, I studied psychology, and one interesting fact is that I love sneakers, and I have a rather average size collection at home, and I play basketball and softball.
So can you tell us when did you join NYSI?
So for me, the very first time I joined NYSI was back in, if I'm not wrong, 2019. I joined as an intern, trying to do a summer internship, and that was how I got entangled with NYSI. And after I graduated, there was a spot for me here at NYSI, and I took up the opportunity, and I've been in NYSI full time since May 2021. Yep.
Also, what do you do at NYSI?
So, as a strategic communications executive, what I do at NYSI is that I curate and come up with content together with my colleagues to push out on our social media platforms. So, this content can include styles from Athlete Live, from the sports science domain, or from the talent identification domain, or even the youth coaching side of things. So I work with every department in NYSI to come up with content that will value add the knowledge to the general public on sports science, on youth coaching, and on TID. So other than that, curating content, I also do a lot of photography. So I'll take pictures. So these pictures will be used for these content. Other than pictures, I also shoot videos. And after shooting both pictures and videos, I will use these materials and I'll edit videos or come up with graphics to be posted on our social media platforms. So other than that, I also manage the NYSI website, as well as the inquiry email that you guys have been sending in. So other than that, I think one of the cooler projects I'm involved in at NYSI is also the Temasek Foundation Inspire Fund. So what I do there is I help to screen through the applicants that have applied for the fund and then submit their application to the panel for evaluation.
Then, what made you choose NYSI?
So what made me choose NYSI, right? So back in 2019, when I was an intern at NYSI, I really, really loved the work culture that I saw back when I was an intern, and that really made me, have an interest in joining the organization after the internship. And when I graduated from NTU, it just so happened that there was a position that was open, strategic communication executive. So this position was open, and after looking at a job description, it kind of fit what I did as a hobby back in NTU, and hence I decided to, take the leap of faith and jump into the role and apply for the job. And when it was offered to me, I was very happy and I accepted that role. So that was why I chose NYSI.
How do you come to realize that you wanted to do something like this after you have graduated?
So how did I come to realize that I wanted to do this? So it wasn't really a realization. It was more of it just happened to match. So because I really enjoy doing a bit of photography and videography, and with this role, it kind of gave me that avenue to, shoot photos, shoot videos, and edit content. So that was something that I have always been doing back in my university life, and to be able to, do something similar, especially in the sports domain, because like I mentioned, I used to play basketball and softball. So being an athlete myself, I'm hugely interested in the sports industry, and being able to do something like that in the sports industry really piqued my interest, and that's why I took the role.
Can you share with us what was the path you took to get to where you are today?
So the path that I took to get to where I am today, so I was in NTU, Nanyang Technological University of Singapore, and I was studying psychology. So back in uni, you have a lot of extra co-curricular activities or hall activities, and with all the activities that I joined, I was doing a lot of photography and videography work. And other than that, I was also uh, doing part-time at Red Sports. So I was already covering like the local sports games, the local scenic games, especially in the basketball, especially in the sport of basketball. And just, along the years as you take more photos and you cover more sports games, you get more interested in this like area of focus. And with that, uh, I just tried to hone my photography skills and video editing skills during my uni time. And after that, when the opportunity presented itself after I graduate and there was this role open at NYSI, I took the chance, and that led me to where I am today.
Do you have any interesting or funny stories to share during this journey?
So, any interesting or funny stories to share? I guess the most interesting thing would be when, back when I was an intern at NYSI in 2019, we had to come up with some projects that we have to do. And one of it was to shoot this series of videos for the Athlete Life department back then. And it was about time management. And just nice, I was one of the actors inside. So I was acting as this athlete with time management issues, and it just so happened that my my reporting officer now, Leslie, is he acted as the father of the athlete. So in a sense, it's quite funny because like people keep calling me Leslie's like on-screen son. So it's a very funny thing going on. Yep.
Do you have any words of advice for people who are looking to enter this industry?
So words of advice, I think it would be to, to go and explore whichever or whatever you're doing. Just go out and explore. And when you find something that you like, just hold on to it tightly and then pursue it fervently. Because when you are interested in something, that's when you're able to give your 100%, 200% to make yourself better at it. And that's when you can truly master your craft in that area. Yep.
And one last final question before we end off.
Oh,
If you were to recruit someone to join your particular department, how would you do it?
If I were to recruit someone to join my particular department, I guess how I would do it, or what kind of person I'm looking out for, is people who have the skills to do photo editing, video editing. That's one thing. And I mean, these skills are getting more and more common nowadays. So maybe I'll have a test, to let them uh, shoot at our office at Stadium Lane, just shoot something and then just create something within that half a day, and then we'll see what is created. And from what is created, we see how they package the content and then evaluate them from there. Yep.
All right, and we've come to the end of this interview. Thank you for taking time off to answer our questions.
Thank
Zheng
you.
Yu.